Hello everyone, in this video, I will do the 2025 tarot reading of Sagittarius. If your sign or rising sign is Sagittarius, you can watch this fortune. I interpret all signs in astrological order. I start with the classic deck first. After choosing 10 cards from here, we will continue with the other decks. Yes. First of all, your first card says that you will make a quick entry in 2025. So what I mean by making a quick entry is like, do they have work for 2024 in December? For example, things that you are currently working on intensively but are not expecting to see the results. Like things that are going to be delayed. In January, there is a very fast progress. Especially in your slow work, you will notice an acceleration. Let me say that January will be a little faster for you. Again, the beginning of February is the same. Friends, you will start a little faster. I can say that by the way. The results of some of your initiatives are also like January, end of January. Beginning of February you will start to get the worst result, let's say this, and let's continue with your second card. Let's say you have your own ideas that you are thinking of implementing now. Are there any different things that you are planning for 2025 now? What do we mean by different? If you are working in a salaried job, starting your own business is a different initiative, isn't it? The most frequent example I gave can be understood directly like this: something different. Even thinking about working in a completely different field is also something that will take your working life. As an example, if I were to give an example, you can live in another subject. By the way, as I said, I chose this subject as an example, implementing something like this, but here is seriously thinking. That is, you are saying yes. I have made some decisions, but these decisions are big decisions, therefore, I do not make a breakthrough immediately, but first to think about them, to be sure, maybe to give up and to update them. Because of situations like this, a little more, you have a big decision that is important in terms of putting it into practice. You will act a bit more thoughtfully and slowly. For example, if you have something that you are thinking of doing right in January, you can slow it down a bit and post it in March. For example, you can have such situations like this in late February, early March. This is also to be sure you don't want to make a mistake. This is the reason, and somewhere it says you will have an invisible superiority. Friends, almost everywhere you will be right. I am talking about the spring months, March, April, exactly in these months, especially in all your relationships. Look, this can also be right in a court. It is really an officially approved rightness, and in general in your communication. That is, in your relationship, being right is a rightness in terms of proving your rightness in many issues. Actually, here is the following: yes, the person in front of you also accepts that you are right, and therefore what you want to be done in that period, so your ideas are more dominant. It is easy to get someone to approve something. Situations you will experience because, as I said, there is something there. Yes, I had done these before, and as I know something, you know, there is a saying, I told you so. Think of it as a directly experienced situation, such a situation, yes, and some small gifts, gestures. People you never expected may call you, especially in April to May months, you never expected. But where did it come from? What does it matter? You will say in these months, be a little more ready for surprises, smaller surprises that seem to affect you in a bigger meaning. There is also a little bit of a nostalgic effect also during this period. The past effect may be on you, not the negative effect. of the past, but like remembering more beautiful events, because here your card talks about more pleasant memories and coincidences. My friends, let me say it will be a period like this, and it continues. It talks about justice. Yaler says however much rights were violated and injustice was exposed in 2024, may his heart be at ease for 2025, because in 2025 you will not be able to experience these, and you will get the pain of them, both divine justice and real justice. That is, believe me, even in matters that you have left to your conscience. You will see that even the most unscrupulous people realize the mistake they have made and try to compensate for it, as if energetically your rate of being right this year is so high. In other words, seeing that I am not wrong about anything and making others accept this, and for this reason, you will experience a lot of divine justice, especially in the middle of the year. The middle of the year is May and June. Friends, you will see that in many points, you will say that no one has any regrets left. I say, pay attention to June in particular. You will experience this. And immediately afterwards, friends, again small surprises are like this. Let me tell you, Yaler, maybe you will not encounter very, very big events in 2025. And things will surround you with a greater effect, because there is always a forward movement here, even if it is with small steps of forward movement, and let me say this especially in the summer months. Again, like July, June, there may be unexpected events like more surprising situations, and in matters related to love, being affected by someone who suddenly appears before you. Well, a mutual attraction, the beginning of a relationship, etc. may be the case. My friends are talking about this, in other words, in matters related to love. It actually indicates a period in the middle of the year when you will be more lucky and more fortunate, and yes, your next card indicates a period when you will be interested in things that affect you a little more psychologically in your subconscious. Friends, again in the summer months, you may be interested in solving these a little more, in other words, discovering those problems in yourself, realizing, in other words, being afraid of something is a problem, isn't it? I may also be experiencing a self-confidence problem or an animal or a darkness. I may be afraid of being alone to solve them. I'll say actually, some of those fears coming out into the open actually. It may be something that triggers this, and therefore, directly going to this problem in order to feel good is actually investing in yourself. I'll say you will lean into these issues, and your next card, especially for women, I'm talking about early autumn. I'll really catch it. I'm talking about September especially. Friends, will be your period, dear Sagittarians. Women Sagittarians especially, you will get all the desires you have in your marriage regarding love. If you are a man, let me say this, in this period, if there is someone in your life, you may feel their dominance, or if there is no one in your life, let me say getting very intense energy from someone, but the fact that the other person is superior shows that you are more emotionally intense if you are a man. Let me say that, but if you are a woman, what if you want, there will be a period, I say this emphatically, my friends, September will be your month. Especially for female Sagittarians, I can say that there are so many habits to be taken, not only to convince the other party, but actually I want something on your own behalf and I will do it, I will take it, that is, to exhibit a stronger stance like this. You will do it, and after that again, my friends, October, November. A little more the real intentions, real faces of those around you. You know, we do not have a perception about some people either, or both good and bad. Here is the real face, real purpose. Real intention. Is it good or bad? Your priorities in your life can change about people. I mean, I valued this person a lot, but maybe he does not deserve that much value. To be able to see exactly, to see his color, let me say actually. You will experience this to be revealed, and your last card mentions an ending in your life, with an important ending. You will finish in 2025, that is, in 2025, with a sudden decision. For example, you can cut off your relationship with a place. This does not have to be a direct human relationship. You can say, I am quitting this job all of a sudden. This is your decision, and it indicates an important situation as a turning point. It may be a relationship that you will finish, I do not know, but as a result, my friends, it indicates that you are in control and that it is an important ending. And let's continue with the second deck. Yes, your first card is the Springs of Follow-up. Whether you are aware of it or not, you are actually drawing attention, and more attention than you think, in your surroundings. You are being followed, that is. People may be curious about you and researching you with a very intense energy through social media, for example, or in the real sense, for example. Situations such as being looked at without noticing when you enter an environment, that is, it says that you are attracting the attention of many people. From the energy of the people in the environment, actually you are a bit curious. I guess that's why your steps are being followed more. And then I see that you are experiencing trust problems, and these trust problems are also related to material things. Friends, how are you? Because you are experiencing trust problems, you may not want to take risks in the first months of the year. I mean, let me say it like this, even if it's not exactly the first months, like March, especially February. March is a period when you do not think of taking too much risk. March, April, so whatever happens in this period, but as long as it is done properly, even if it is a little, I accept this. But you are in a period where you say you will not take risks. I wonder if you have been hit by the partnerships you have established before, or have your initiatives failed because of this, or your investments did not provide returns. You have to move forward with more confident steps. Friends, I see that it is a period when you do not want to take risks. I would be very happy if you like my videos and subscribe. Goodbye.